I grew up outside Washington, D.C. in different parts around Virginia. My dad was, worked for the government. And then every couple years we would move different places in the world. He'd take the whole family, which is pretty neat back then to do that. And we'd go to places like Australia and, Middle East, and we'd travel a lot. He'd take us all throughout the areas in different places like Greece. And, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. And it really stimulated me to want to paint, even as a little kid. And I was saying I wanted to kind of keep track of where I was. Like, I wanted to make my mark, like to remember where it was that we were. So it kind of added to why I needed to paint this particular scene, and I could remember it and kind of, kind of like have a placeholder sort of thing, and things that happened in different events that were good or bad, and I can remember them through my paintings. Yeah, a lot of landscapes, a lot of snowscapes, seascapes, everything. I painted everything, but more on a realistic, rudimentary way to learn how to paint and draw realistically. And then after that, I started, even at a young age, I started doing abstracts. I started going into abstracting what I was painting, and then going back to the more traditional ones. And the traditional ones were easier to sell and with the shows and all, so I kept that. But for my own stuff, I would paint abstract stuff on the side. I didn't even really think of it as abstract, I would just do it. And I've been continuing doing those abstracts, and now that's what I do all the time, is the ones that I used to do when I was a kid. I've been doing it and refining it and doing these abstracts a long time, and I find those most exciting. And just in general, when you paint, you have to be honest. You have to be real with yourself, and the good and the bad, and that's where it is, because you have to trust this. You have to trust the spirit. If you don't trust the spirit, you don't want to go there, so you just make a bunch of stuff that's not really all that interesting, to me anyway. My art, everything is contingent on my spiritual progress. If I'm separate from my emotions and feelings, I'm going to be separate from God. And that's the agreement.